No, never mind. Go on.
Alright, well, this one is called Vicar Stripped to Dog Collar. Do you know what a vicar is?
I don't.
It's like a man of God, you could say. A reverend, if you will.
He's stripped to man collar?
Stripped to dog collar. Shocking truth revealed about swinging Reverend Randy orgies. I love it when orgies involve God. Swinging vicar Teresa Davies defrocked herself in front of a couple, begged them for sex under pictures of Jesus Christ, and tried to seduce the husband by saying, and I quote, "I'll wear my dog collar."
Wow.
What would you do if your church leader came up to you and was begging you for sex under pictures of Jesus Christ and tried to seduce you by saying she would wear her dog collar? Would you do it? Would you go for the gold, as I like to say?
No.
Would you bring it home? Would you bring home the beef, as I also like to say? I don't know. It depends what she looked like. Now she looked like this lady. But his unimpressed wife refused to have an orgy because the religious paintings put her off and she didn't fancy the Reverend. She's like, for one, it's creepy that you're coming on to me in front of pictures of Jesus. And for two, you're kind of a minger. And I don't really want anything to do with you. Just last week, Randy Teresa insisted she was not a swinger, saying, quote, "It didn't appeal to me and Mick. Never tried to talk me into it." Her husband is Mick. But her claims astonished a couple she tried to have sex with for months. The woman said, quote, "Although Tess never had full sex, she enjoyed other sexual activity with my husband." Hey Ben, have you ever had full sex? Like going all the way? Like a home run? Like, I don't know how else to put it. Full sex.
I can't take that serious.
Oh man, I wish I was a reporter sometimes. Although Tess never had full sex, she enjoyed other sexual activity. Well, what else is there? She preferred 3/4 sex. Sometimes a 33 and a third sex. But never full sex. That's so awesome. Oh man. I do wonder, like blowjob, that's not full sex.
That's half sex.
That's yeah. Half
guess.
sex would be a 69, I think. Or no, because 2 halves would make
That'd
a
be
whole.
69%,
That'd be a
wouldn't
full. That'd be the full sex.
That'd be like almost 7
It's like
tenths.
a menu. Do you want the small, medium, or large sex? I'll have the full. Oh man, fill her up, please. 87 unleaded, full sex. Oh man. Quote, I can't even do this. Are you serious? When you and your wife go home and go to bed at night, are you like, you start touching her, honey, you're like, honey, I don't want the full sex tonight. I have a headache. Just the part sex, please.
Just the half.
Just the half.
I'll take the half course.
Just the tip, please. Quote, I was confused by her story and her comments about not being faithful because we were swinging, and that's what people do when they swing. They have full sex. And she was having plenty of fun with my husband, if you know what I mean. The woman's husband added, quote, she wanted to have sex with me and said she'd wear her dog collar to turn me on. That was obviously her fantasy. Oh, wow.
What church is this, dude?
I have no idea.
Oh, man.
I hope it says.
Is it the Catholics?
Earlier this month, Teresa was banned from working for the Church of England for 12 years after a tribunal was told of some of her boozy antics. She could blame it on being drunk, though. As we all know, that is a legitimate excuse in today's day and age. You can totally pull out the old dude. I was fucking wasted. That wasn't me. That was my broly devil. Like, it wasn't me, man. And it's okay. it's sanctified action. Do you want to read a passage out of the vocabulary book?
I do.
Just pick a spot.
Anything?
Anything.
And it'll come out.
We already covered the 10 bromandments.
Okay, so we're at player palaver?
What?
Player palaver.
Would you like me to read it? Maybe you're not up on the bro speak.
Okay.
Here, I'll read it. Let me see.
Okay, the top one. Top one, everybody.
The compliment? That's a compliment. A compliment is when you compliment her in a pompous, arrogant manner. I don't really dig blondes, but you have nice hair. That's a compliment.
Nice.
The barkeeper timekeeper is when you strike up a conversation with the girl who's waiting for a drink next to you by telling her that the bartender is slower than a retard stuck in quicksand. That's the barkeeper timekeeper. I've seen that actually maneuvered in bars before.
Has it worked?
No. Very rarely. Usually the chick ends up getting her drink and then goes back to the boyfriend.
And
like the
pissed.
table where her boyfriend is. The Jean-Claude Van Scram. When you threaten to kickbox the Harasanova who's hitting on her. So I would imagine a Harasanova is a dude just trying to cock block you. Yeah, I'm just going to say I'm absolutely correct with that. There's the skeeves drop, is when you start with, I couldn't help but overhear. That's your skeeves dropping. Oh, I couldn't help but overhear. You have herpes. I don't know. That's skeeves dropping. And then there's the Grey Poupon, and that's when you ask her to borrow something. For example, excuse me, miss, are you using that salt shaker? And then you cue the rump shaker. All I want to do is zoom, zoom, zoom. I don't know. The Scourgy, that's when you and your bros hit the club and it's a veritable orgy of scoring digits. Dude, it was a total scourgy in there. We emerged chictorious. And then I'll read one more here. This is screwmungus. And this is used to describe a boner so humongous it's fit for the screwing. Like, bro, I was skeeves dropping and I hooked up this fucking chick and I was so screwmungus, bro. You wouldn't believe. Sometimes you get a presidential erection, and that's a chub so big that Hail to the Chief starts playing.
Oh my God.
If you're walking around with one of these full-on robot chubbies, you might call it a pantler. A